It is a beautiful day. It is September 13th, and this is what's growing in September in my vertical container garden. So I have been busy out here trying to get ready to transition to the fall garden, and over here is where I had a lot of tomato plants. And I didn't pull everything out, but I'm going to plant spinach in this original GreenStalk. I think spinach does better with the longer, taller 10-inch pockets than in the leaf. So those are I'm just about ready to pull that out and refresh that soil a little bit and put some seeds in there. I'm not starting the spinach indoors and transplanting it. I'm just going to put it right in there. And of course, all of the Swiss chard looks great. The scallions right there. Y'all are probably thinking I'm never using scallions, but I use these all the time. They just, when I pull one out of a pocket, the other 2 or 3 that are left in there continue to grow and get bigger. So it looks like I'm probably never using them, but I am. I promise you. I love fresh picked scallions. And then over here, I just had started a little transplant of mint and then some French tarragon. And the mint is super easy to start by just pulling some up out of the ground, and you can pop it in some soil, and there you have another mint plant. And that is also true with oregano, and I did a video on that, and thyme too. So I'll make sure to leave you a link if you missed that, because you want to start getting your cuttings going that you can bring indoors over the winter if you want to plant them out next spring, okay, before your cold weather hits, wherever you are. I don't know. We have our first frost usually mid-October. Okay, so in this GreenStalk, this is one of the tomato plants I did not pull out because I have one nice pink brandywine on there. That's the Uncle Mark Bagby. So you can see it's just a beautiful little tomato, and that'll probably be my last BLT from my garden. I'm still buying tomatoes at the farm though. And then nasturtiums are beautiful. Of course, all of the peppers here looking great. The basil, this is the Tulsi basil. It's just been bolting. I've been trying to cut it back a little bit to try to maybe promote some new growth. So we'll see how that does. And then what's really doing great right now is this cucumber plant down here. And oddly enough, I'm not sure what kind this ended up being, but there are just loads of cucumbers on here. Now, most cucumber plants are what are called day neutral. So the length of the day does not really affect the flowering of the plant. But some varieties of cucumbers, and I think this might be one, if the day length gets shorter, then it will produce more female flowers or more femaleness in the flower. Okay, so my day length is now 2 hours shorter than it was at the height of the summer, and so now I'm noticing more cucumbers. Okay, so I will leave a link to that study on the cucumber plant and the day length sensitivity for cucumbers. Okay, so slowly I am moving things out, and as you can see, this entire original GreenStalk here is almost all summer loving vegetables and herbs. So what I'll do is I will pull all those out, and spinach will go in this one too, because I usually like to have 2 GreenStalks of spinach through the winter, and that will take me into the spring. And now this is beautiful. Finally, my fennel is starting to bulb up, as you can see right down there. It's getting a nice big bulb down there, and I'm hoping it will continue that way. And then of course the Thai basil is lovely. I just love it, and it's just growing everywhere. It's been one of my best plants this year, and I'm just pulling those leaves off, and I'm popping them in a freezer bag, and I'm going to use those in the winter for my winter curry, because that's what I really miss in my winter curry, is not having fresh Thai basil. So I'm going to make sure that I have that this year. Let me show you here. This is another GreenStalk of scallions in the leaf planter. Okay, This is just a container. I'll show you guys probably more about this little container in another video, maybe over the winter. But I have amaranth in here. Okay. This is a leaf planter, and you may or may not recall, I planted some basil in here, and it was just beautiful. And it was doing great, and then it succumbed to disease. So I pulled out the baby basil that I had in here, and I'm replacing it slowly with crisp lettuce. Okay, so there's one there, and this is kind of what it looked like, but I'll show you another picture too. So all the basil that I planted from a seed packet, they all succumbed to this disease, and that's because I'm not growing a disease-resistant variety, and that's real important. So over here, for example, it has grown all summer. The leaves are a little bit kind of leathery and dry at this point in the season, but it is a disease-resistant variety, and a company that sells really nice seeds for disease resistance, you'll have to research what disease that it's resistant to, of course, on their website, but it's Johnny's Seeds. Okay, so if you've had problems growing something that succumbs to disease in your garden, especially it might be something in your soil, and it might be just the seed that you're growing, so switch over, try a new seed, and see how that does for you. Okay, now over here I also have some more cucumbers. So as you can see here, it's starting to flower a lot, these little Persian cucumbers, and so I should be getting some more little cucumbers from there. Okay, and then over here, another original GreenStalk with the parsley. I have a yellow bell. I actually might be turning orange, I'm not sure, because I don't know that I grew a yellow bell pepper. And then, of course, an orange here. It's turning real nice. And we have another cucumber plant, no flowers on it, but I'll just hang on and see if I get some flowers. And I cut back the Polish dwarf tomatoes that I had in here. And for those of you who entered the little drawing that I have for Polish dwarf tomatoes, I did that drawing a few days ago, so check out that video to see if you won, if you haven't already, because I have about 5 people who have not contacted me with their information yet, so I can send you your seeds. Alright, over here is the ARP rosemary and the French tarragon, and then lemongrass up here, and then this entire leaf GreenStalk, I'm just letting the jade bush beans go to seed, and I am just slowly drying those. Of course, I have some more scallions here. Alright, so that's what I have growing in the container garden. If you have any questions, please leave them down below the video, and I'll be more than happy to try to help you. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a beautiful day.